We were the only newspaper in Iowa that not only not covered through school, but also how to figure out a way to make money. I'll be there with you. Merry Christmas. Exactly. December 25th. My favorite. I'm just really happy. It actually is
We'll get you information tomorrow as soon as we can, as soon as the domino effect starts on postseason play. As soon as we know anything, we'll go from there. Probably expect that we'll have a Zoom call with Coach Ferentz and maybe some players, but it kind of depends on how everything shakes out. We'll let you know as soon as we know. Thank you for being here and for all your coverage.
Okay, just starting out, congratulating Michigan. They played a great game, and they've had an outstanding season. They're just a, really talented football team, and they perform extremely well. They've been consistent all season long, so hats off to them tonight, certainly. And, we knew this game would be a big challenge coming into it. Got a lot of respect for what they've done this season. Knew we'd have to play our best and make some things go our way, and obviously that didn't materialize. So, it's certainly disappointing tonight, and it certainly hurts. Everybody in the locker room's very disappointed and not feeling so great. But the one thing I'll just say about this football team, somehow this season they found a way to win 10 football games. They can be really proud of that. And we still got another game to go. So just told the guys in the locker room on behalf of our entire staff how proud we are of what they've done since January. And tonight certainly wasn't what we intended it to be. It didn't turn out the way we wanted it to, but we'll put this behind us after a couple days. Go back to work at the end of the week and try to be smart about the month and have an opportunity to play one more time as a team, this 2021 team. So looking forward to that, and I'll throw it out for questions.
Was there anything that Michigan did that you didn't expect?
No, I mean, they hit us with that halfback pass, but, it's just good play on their part and bad execution on ours. And, just to help simplify things, you play a team like this, it's a really good football team, and, you don't want to give up big plays, and we did that twice right off the bat. And then we had a couple trips to the red zone, only had 3 points to show for it. So, you never know where it's going to go, what's going to happen. But in a game like this, that's just not the way you want to start out.
For the switch at QB, was that health or was it?
Yeah, it was a health thing. Spencer's got not sure what he's got right now, something in his torso, so he just couldn't perform.
Was that something, did it happen during the game or was that before the game?
No, during the game. Yeah, during the game. Yep, absolutely.
You guys don't get blown out often, I guess.
Yep.
How did you see this unravel, I guess, in your eyes?
Well, yeah, I mean, just one thing leads to another sometimes, and I've been in games like that. Unfortunately, they're not much fun. I'm not sure the score is totally representative of the two teams, but it's just the way it went tonight. And I think I'll go back to the early part of the game. For us to win this thing tonight, we were going to have to not give up big plays, make them work it, drive it, and they did that a couple times in the first 3 quarters. But you give up a big player or 2 big plays, it's really tough to do that against a good opponent. And then again, we got the ball down in there a couple times and just didn't. You want to come out with a touchdown at least, but if not, they had the field goal, but we just couldn't connect there, and that's kind of represented the game, I guess.
Gavin Williams pass, is that something that worked pretty well in practice? And kind of, what did you see on that play, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, we've had it in the playbook, and we've executed pretty well, and it just looked like they got a little bit discombobulated in it. Whether the throw was a little bit off for Monty, I'm not sure what happened, but just couldn't adjust on the ball. It was there, just couldn't execute it, but it's a shot play, just like the one they took, and theirs was 70-plus yards for a touchdown. Ours came up incomplete.
The big plays against you on defense are uncharacteristic.
Yeah.
What happened there, other than the pitch pass or whatever was?
Yeah.
Guy gets sucked up, but then the long run, what kind of happened on that one?
Well, I mean, we just, we didn't do a good enough job of redirecting the football, and then we didn't tackle well. It looked like a couple guys might have had a shot, and when you don't want any clean runs to go through that whatever it was, 70, 75 yards, but you don't want to give up 12-yard runs either. But at least that's better than you can fight another day. But when you give up a big one like that, it really flips momentum a little bit and puts you on your heels.
Kirk, you were only down 14-3 at half. What was the approach going into the third quarter?
Well, yeah, we had the ball. I mean, we started out on offense, so the idea was to go down and get a score, and then see what happens. And for us to win it, it was going to be a close game. That was one of those shots, but it certainly got away from us in the second half.
Kirk, can you kind of identify anything in the red zone where you guys have struggled in that area during the season?
Yeah, I don't know if there's any one thing, but tonight these guys played a really good defense on us and got us in a lot of tough third down situations with their rush. That's a concern because you don't want to give the game away, just on a third down early, that type of deal. But no, I mean, we just couldn't knock it in there.
Kirk, how do you put this game in perspective for your guys? I mean, you still won the West, but you still got here for the first time in 6 years.
Yeah, it's what I told them after the game. We're extremely proud of them, and they can be very proud of themselves, walk out their heads held high. Tonight's disappointing, and when you compete, sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want, and sometimes it works out like this, and this wasn't much fun. But it's one game out of whatever it's been now, 13, right? And we still got one to go, so you can't take this thing out of a loss. That's impossible. But we'll go back to work at the end of the week and try to be really smart about how we treat things mentally, more so than even physically, with our team as we move forward, and get ourselves ready to play our best on the last ball game here.
What went into the decision to punt when you were down just 21-13?
You go back and forth on that one, and you're playing for field position, and we got field position a couple times there in that sequence there, but just couldn't capitalize on it. But that was the thinking. You're thinking field position, maybe get right back and then have a chance to score. Then if you don't convert, then you got a chance to end up going the other way, which it did anyway. But that was our thinking. Yep.
And then what about some of the runs on the second and long, third longs?
Well, same thing. On the second and long, you're trying to get it to third and medium or third and short. And then, you know, a little scar tissue from just watching the Wisconsin game. It was a 10-point game in the fourth quarter, or 10 minutes left, something like that, and then two separate plays in a row, all of a sudden are down 10 more points because, you know, you're trying to minimize that rush and can't do a good job. One was a strip sack, and then they forced a bad pick. And, you know, so you don't want the game to get out of hand there. That was our thinking, trying to be smart about it and give ourselves a chance to just, you know, keep pushing through it.
It seemed like your run game had made strides in the previous 4 games. Was tonight just a matter of stepping up in class?
Yeah, I think they got a veteran front up there. They're kind of a pro-style defense in some ways. They're big, bulky guys in the middle, very stout guys. 97's a heck of a player, run or pass. And then, you know, they sub and do a good job with big bodies in there. They made it really tough to run the football tonight, and we expected that, but we were hoping to run with success too.
Can you tell us what they told you about the targeting review when they didn't?
Yeah, I mean, they just, in their judgment, it wasn't, I'm not sure what the exact quote was, but it wasn't like a vicious hit, I guess. And, you know, I'm not second-guessing anything that happened on that call. That's one more rule that we've really made complicated. You know, when it started, to me, it was for, you know, when my sister's sitting in row 30 says, boy, that was a bad play. And now it's like it's way too technical, in my opinion, but, you know, that wasn't the deciding factor in the game by any means. And that wasn't the play where Petras got injured either. Yeah, no.
In most of these games where you play a team like Michigan or, you know, in the past and you've won these games, you kind of bring them to the way you want to play. And how much did those big plays early kind of take you out of your game where you could have gotten into that tough?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was referencing. And for the record, I think we were 7-5 last 12 games against these guys, but you know, not tonight, obviously. But to make that work, you got to make them drive it. You got to make them earn everything they get. And then when we have opportunity, we've got to find a way to come up with points. And field goals aren't the end of the world, but you know, at some point you need some touchdowns too. And you know, for us to win in a game like that, I think we gave ourselves a chance in the kicking game minus the field goal initially. And then, you know, we got a punt block to add to it, and that's, you know, you wonder how the score gets out of hand. Those kinds of things really help, you know, flip it the other way. But yeah, that was the script we were hoping to follow, and in the games that we have won against them, that's typically how it goes. But you know, we just weren't up for it tonight, and we'll get back to work this week.
Spencer obviously didn't have the numbers that you would like. How much was that just performance, or how much of that was that torso injury starting to kick in?
I think a lot of it was Michigan's defense. You know, they're good. They got a good defense, and give them credit. They played really well tonight. You know, it didn't seem like, from where I stand, it didn't, you know, look at the film, didn't seem like we had a lot of guys wide open either. We were having a hard time getting open, and good pass rush up front, and guys not getting open. The only thing that really seemed to, you know, hit them on a couple bootlegs, that type of deal, and then some of those quick passes to Goodson, you know, hit them on a screen one time. But yeah, they make it tough on you.
Last question. When you play a defense like Michigan, how difficult is it, especially on offense, when you're limited, you know, and just trying to press the right buttons in the right time, whereas you don't really have a full playbook that you could against?
Yeah, it's a challenge. You know, we had a lot of respect for them coming in. We even more now. Certainly the defensive side, you know, both sides, but their defense, and yeah, we knew it was going to be tough, but we still thought we'd, you know, be able to come up with something. And you know, obviously it didn't work out the way we hoped. Get warm. Yeah.
What adjustments did you make against their pass rush to try and slow them down a little bit up front?
I mean, there's not a heck of a lot you can do. You know, you try to throw the ball quickly. You try to, you know, chip. Everybody does that with the tight ends or the backs. And that's not new to those guys. I mean, they've been seeing it all season long. And then the other thing you try to do is minimize those third and longs. And if you do get in them, be smart, because, as I just alluded to, they can really change a game. That Wisconsin game changed real fast in the fourth quarter. So, you know, you're just trying to give yourself a chance to stay competitive in the game and close the gap at some point. But, yeah, they make it a real challenge, and that's, you know, I kind of alluded to them. They're like a good pro defense where stout inside, and then, you know, in passing downs, they got two guys that can rush that passer really well. Affects the game. Okay, thank you.
We'll start bringing some players in just a few minutes.
Since we don't have wireless mics, if you guys could project your questions a little louder so everybody can hear the question, that'd be great.
It hurts. The team we've been working for, a moment like this since January. A lot of these guys, 4, 5, 6 years. So it hurts more than anything to work so hard and fall, quite a ways short. But, yeah, it hurts.
It seemed like the early script was working. Guys were going down the field, making plays. What did you see? What do you think worked for you, especially because you had a couple of catches?
Yeah, there was a couple explosives early, which, it helps to move the ball down the field in big chunks as opposed to little chunks. The run game early, it was tough. We couldn't really get it going, a yard or two a pop maybe. And we weren't very great on third down early either, which was really tough. It kind of was a drive stopper at the end of the day. And I don't know. We just needed to be more efficient on third down and get that run game going early.
And what's the problem in the red zone?
Well, the red zone's hard as it is because the field is so shrunk with so many people in a condensed area. A lot of your play calls you can put those out the window. It's a much different playbook than the rest of the field. But I don't know. It just seems like the last couple of weeks we couldn't really get much going in the red zone, which hurts. That 4-point swing between field goals and touchdowns, and then we came up short and missed a field goal early, which hurt. But we tried to bounce back from that. We went down again, and Chudy made the next one. So he picked us up there. But yeah, we weren't good enough today in the red zone to we needed to put points up, and we didn't do that. No, of course not. I think it comes down to running the ball. It's really like the gel to the offense. If you can run the ball effectively, you can get those chunk plays, 5, 6 yards. You stay ahead of the chains. Third downs, the conversions are a lot easier when you convert 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 2 as opposed to 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10 plus. That's always difficult. And I feel like that was kind of a commonality between that Wisconsin game and tonight.
Could you tell Spencer wasn't right starting maybe second or third quarter?
I thought he was feeling fine. He took a big shot into I think like lower abdomen or something like that. I won't speak for him on that, but yeah, I think he took a shot, and he wasn't right after that, so we went with Alex, I guess.
We've got a couple weeks before you have to play again, probably some time to take off. Where are you guys mentally? You still have pretty good morale? Just take a few days off?
Of course, this one's going to hurt for a couple of days, especially since that bowl game. Once we get the bid, we'll figure out exactly how many weeks and how much time we have off. But the guys are really proud of each other. We've been working for this since January, and to fall short in one game, it doesn't describe who we are as people and as a team, I don't think. But it hurts.
One more for Sam.
What was I most proud of?
As you reflect on the season, what are you most proud of so far?
I think coming off that 2-game loss streak, we had that early last year. The morale in the locker room kind of like, it is tonight. Like, that hurts. It hurts a lot to, fall short twice in a row after having a really good start and, number 2 in the country and all that. That's really cool. But, yeah, to bounce back and, win 4 straight off that 2-game loss streak, win 4 in November and get this bid, I think that's probably what I'm most proud of. That's what I'd say.
Good. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, guys.
That's Alex Padilla next.
Alex Padilla. Good. Yep.
What are the emotions like after a loss like this?
About as you can imagine, obviously disappointed when you put so much work into it and it doesn't go how you plan. It's obviously very disappointing. Thought we battled hard today, but just the outcome isn't what we hoped it would be.
Is there any deflation in the offense when you guys went off 28-3 and they set up your points? Kind of tell you guys want to stay on the field there.
Yeah, you know, with our guys, we always want to fight down to the very end. That's the kind of team that we have. I wouldn't say there's deflation, but, you know, we're always one to end the game the right way. We play to a certain standard every time out, no matter what the score is. So, yeah.
It was a difficult spot that you got put into, being down, trying to lead the team back. It's not like you could run your full offense at that point. What was kind of your mindset? What were you told when you went in?
You know, there's not too much time to think about it. You just kind of have to go in and play. Just run the offense as best as you can. You know, it's obviously a tough situation being down like that against a really good team. You know, they made it hard on us today. You know, a lot of things we can improve on, so we'll just get back to work and improve on the things we can.
Alex, you warmed up at one point and then put the red hat back on and then came back. Did they say something at halftime, hey, you might have to go in for Spencer?
We knew he had got dinged up at some point in the first half. You know, thought he would be able to go, but you know, kind of overtook him as the game wore on, as he took more shots. But yeah, that was that.
Coming into this game, how challenging did you think it would be to move the football against Michigan?
About as you can expect. You know, they're a really great team, great defense, tremendous players all around. I thought we moved the ball really well on a good portion of our drives. We just couldn't execute well enough to finish. But yeah, we knew coming in that they were a great team, had a great defense, that it was going to be tough sledding all day, and that's what it was.
Was that 4th and 3 play, I think it was? Was that like a pass back to the tight end? Is that what you're looking for? It kind of looked like you were being that way.
Yeah, they covered it well. Wasn't really a whole lot we could do on that, but yeah, credit to them.
It seemed like that first drive you had a little bit of a spark going. What went right there?
I just thought, you know, we executed really well on that drive. We had a good rhythm going, kind of mixing up the run and the pass, kind of keeping them off balance. But, yeah, thought we had a good drive there. Obviously wasn't able to finish it. That's the most important part. But, yeah, thought that was a good drive for sure.
I'm sure it's been a difficult week and a half or whatever, just you having the flu and then the Nebraska game, leaving Nebraska. What's this been like for you, just to kind of ride this roller coaster from having the flu back to where
Right.
you are now?
Yeah, it's kind of been an up and down experience. Obviously, you know, having the flu and then playing the game, coming out, a whole bunch of uncertainty. It's been a roller coaster, like you said, but you know, thought you know, credit to my teammates, they've handled the situation really well. You know, credit to Spencer as well. He's helped me a lot. I've helped him a lot. Kind of like we've been saying all week, that we've been in each other's corners all the way. So he's definitely helped me out a lot, and I think our entire team helped us out a lot with the whole situation.
Did the flu bother you against Nebraska?
I would say so, but yeah, not really thinking about the past anymore. Just kind of focused on this game, how that went. But yeah.
With Deuce leaving the program, have you and Spencer talked about, you know, coming back in this spring or anything like that at this point?
We haven't really thought too much in the future. We were just kind of focused on this game and this game solely. You know, it's a conversation for down the road, but you know, we were just focused on this game and focused on our improvement moving forward.
How much more difficult is it when you don't have a game next week to be able to move your focus to, and this one kind of has to sit there for a while?
Yeah, obviously this one's going to sting for a little bit, just because, you know, like I said before, we've been putting so much effort into it, so much work over the course of 11 months. So this one will sting for a little bit, but you know, I'm confident we'll get back on our feet, get back to work, and get ready for the bowl game.
Okay, thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Seth Benson next.
Next up is linebacker Seth Benson.
Questions for Seth? What kind of happened on those 2 big plays early on? Was it just, especially the run in particular?
Yeah, they just caught us in a good, you know, a blitz, and they executed really well. And yeah, the other just comes down to fundamentals and details, and we didn't execute on those 2 plays, and they busted out of there.
You guys just wear down in the second half defensively?
I wouldn't say so. I would say we got a group of guys that will go out there and fight as hard as they can each and every snap. No matter what the score is, it might not reflect that, but you might beat us, but you'll never break us, and that's the attitude that we fight with each and every time. And I'm just proud of everyone and how they fought each and every snap. And the score obviously didn't reflect that, and we're disappointed with that. But we fought our tails off every snap.
Seth, how much emotion would you say you kind of poured into this? I mean, just describe from last Friday to today, like how much you guys poured into this game.
Yeah, I mean, we were ready to go. We had a great week of practice, and just a great group of guys to be with each and every day, and just disappointed that we couldn't do it for each other, and that was the goal, just do it for each other, and that's what we pride ourselves in, just as a defense, just being so close. But yeah, we just fought and had a great week of practice, and scores didn't reflect that.
Was there something they were doing particularly in the second half? It seemed like you guys held them mostly in check in the first half.
No, I didn't think so. We just got to limit the big plays. We pride ourselves on no explosive plays, and they had some explosive ones out there, and that'll hurt. And but you just got to keep going.
You guys seemed like the gadget type plays that they ran it all in the film.
Yeah. Yep.
You guys kind of ready for those at all?
Yeah, we were ready for them, but just didn't execute. Got to have our eyes in the right spots, and just got to make plays, and they made more plays than us.
Phil Parker always emphasizes if you give up less than 2 explosive plays, you're going to have 14 points or whatever. Does this kind of exhibit that today, that they were able to get those plays and that's what happened?
Yeah, obviously when you're giving up big plays, creates momentum, but I think, like you said, there's probably crazy stats out there. I can't remember exactly what it is, but you just got to limit the big plays and make them drive the field, and you just want them to get out of the stuff they really like to do. But when they're giving up big plays, they can just keep calling plays and stuff like that.
How much more difficult is it to move on from this when you don't have a game next week to think about?
I mean, it's tough, but I think in life you got a choice each and every day you wake up, and I don't know what time it is now, but it's pretty late, and the sun's going to come up pretty early tomorrow, and you got 2 choices. You can sit and sulk about it, or you can get up and move on, and we got another game left, and I'm super excited to play another game with all these guys, and yeah, I think you just got to be optimistic. Obviously it sucks right now, but yeah, just keep moving forward.
Was Pasadena something on your minds?
I think, I mean, during the week you just want to win this game, but yeah, I mean, you just want to get in the best bowl game as possible. But I think during the week we were just focused on this game.
Okay, thanks, Seth.
Thanks. Thank you.
Our final player is defensive back Kayvon Merriweather.
Any questions for Kayvon?
Kayvon, what are the emotions like after a loss like this?
Definitely disheartening. A little bit, definitely sad, mad, angry, pretty much everything, all the above. I mean, with a loss like that, especially on this stage, this big of a game, I think the emotions are definitely strong in that area.
I'm sure you don't like to see 42 points on the scoreboard. What would you chalk that up to today?
Disappointing. I think we, as a defense, we try to limit opponents to 18 points and then see them 42. That's really not us. That's not really what we preach. That's not really what Coach Parker preaches on our side of the ball, and that's definitely disappointing as a defense. And I think we're definitely disappointed as a defense. That's not something that we know. That's not something we do. That's not something like I said, that's not something that we preach as a defense, giving up 42 points. But I think just learn from it, watch the tape, and just pick it up the next game.
The big plays really seem to put you guys behind early, and that's something you're very uncharacteristic. Can you quantify what it meant to this game just as to go down 14-3 after giving up 2 consecutive big plays like that?
Yeah, I mean, like Coach Parker, we try to limit three big plays a game over 25 yards, and I think, there's like 5 to 6 plays in the game that really, that really counts towards the game, and you never know what plays those are going to be. And then when you come on the short end of those plays, it really change the energy, the way the game's going to flow, the way everything is going. So just being on the short end of those big plays definitely shifted the game and the tide of the game, and I think it made a major impact on the outcome of this game.
Seems like you guys have to play kind of a close, your style of play kind of with your offense or complementary style. You've got to play not necessarily perfect, but very, very good to be in these games. How disappointing is it that just you guys didn't play your best game to kind of give you guys a chance?
Like I said, it's definitely disappointing. I think that's not something, like I said, it's not something we try to preach or teach on our side of the ball. Giving up 42 points, we really try to limit the offensive mobility and what they're trying to do, and not give up those big plays, not give up that many touchdowns, and limit their drives and them moving the ball. And like I said, giving up 42 points, that's not something that we really want to do. That's not something that Coach Parker really preaches on for us.
What do you attribute those big plays to? Like, was there something wrong specifically that you found?
I mean, like I said, not nothing really specific. It's just us not really paying attention to our keys, not really being, completely locked in on what's going on. I think, like I said, those trick plays, those aren't hard. Those aren't easy plays to guard. Like the halfback pass, and he's running, then he pulls back and throws the ball. That's not something, that's a hard thing to read, especially as a corner or safety. Those are plays that's really difficult to read. And I mean, it's not, like I said, you're not going to play a perfect game, but somebody's going to definitely hit those passes and hit those plays. You just got to be able to read out of that.
I feel like you gave your offense a chance in the second quarter. You got a couple stops and pinned it back there inside the 10. I mean, did you feel like you were gaining momentum defensively in that second quarter?
Oh, most definitely. I definitely thought we were gaining momentum. I think we had them backed in the end zone probably like three times, I think. I think we, as a defense, we definitely had a lot of energy, definitely had a lot of momentum during those drives, and I think we were definitely tuned in and locked in at what we need to do and what we need to get done during those drives.
Is the 24-hour rule harder when you don't have a game right away to focus on?
No, I already put this game in the past. It's already behind me. I'm not even thinking about it anymore.
Okay, thanks, Kayvon.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.